Today we checked out some arcades over at Flynn's, a man whose retro pastime lives on in the heart of his garage. Were negotiations just right? Did we pick up some killer arcade treasures? Or just walk away empty-handed? Find out right now on Arcade Pickers. Phoenix, Arizona, a hot spot for video arcades and arcade parts. We're gonna hit the highways and find out where arcades are buried in people's houses and garages. What most people see as junk, we see as dollar signs. We'll buy anything if we think we can save it or sell it to someone looking for that lost arcade treasure. Everything we find holds a unique place in arcade history. And the people we meet, hearing their story, is part of why we do this. We make money telling the history of arcades. One pick at a time. Arcade Pickers. All right, Corey, where are we going today?
So we're going to Flynn's house. You remember Flynn, right?
Yeah, so he's the guy in town here that he ran an arcade business for a really long time, right? He put machines on location and stuff like that?
He does. He's been doing arcades since, I think, the early 80s. I was over there a couple times because I had to pick up that confidential mission that was going to the dump, and then I was scoping out that Killer Instinct that you restored.
Yep.
So as soon as I went over there, I knew this was the place. I was like, man, this guy's got at least 30 or 40 cabinets over here, all various conditions, but I think it's a good place we can go pick.
Do you think this guy Flynn is like, I mean, do you think he's serious about negotiations and stuff like that? Because I mean, I feel like, you know, I know he's got a lot of stuff, but I feel like he's always kind of demanding top dollar, and that's the one thing I'm worried about with him.
He does put a London gold price on a lot of his stuff, but I think that's negotiable if we're coming in with money to spend, which we are.
I want us to find some good pickups today, though. Like, I want us to leave here with like some stuff we feel good about. Like, we got to get some deals today.
Well, we got to make money, so we got to get stuff cheap enough to where we can get it ready and move it on to a new home. Because you know, people are looking for good stuff. So if we're gonna get out there and find that dirty stuff buried in the boneyard, we got to make sure we get it for the right price.
Now, you know, if he has like some Street Fighter stuff, I'm gonna have a hard time. I'm gonna have a hard time like letting that go. Like, I gotta take my you know, collector hat off and put on my you know, picker hat. So
he actually has a trailer in the back, a pretty big trailer, like one of those. I don't know. It's probably 30 feet by 10 feet.
Okay.
It's full of Street Fighter stuff.
Oh no. Oh, dude, you're killing me. All right, well, I'm excited about that then. We'll see what we can find in there. Because if I get a couple good Street Fighter pickups, you know, I would love nothing more to find like Street Fighter, other Capcom games. And I know he was big on Capcom, because Capcom back in the day, fighting games, those used to draw money, and I know that was his business. So I'm expecting to see a lot of Capcom stuff, and I love Capcom stuff, and I think Capcom's easy for us to resell too, just because they're all such iconic titles. There's so many great Capcom games. So
wait, I always get confused. You like playing Capcom, or you like collecting Capcom?
Both. Both. I don't know. Sometimes I like collecting them. Yeah. Sometimes I like collecting them.
Where's Flynn at? This is it.
All right.
Look at this. He's got to be in here somewhere. There he is back
This
there.
Flynn.
Wow.
Hey, man. How you doing? Good. Good to see you.
Flynn, what's going on, man? It's good to see you. How are you?
I'm good.
How's it been going? You're always working on something. This is awesome. So thank you so much for the confidential mission. That thing turned out awesome, and then you love your Killer Instinct,
Killer Instinct's
right?
coming along. I've been sharing pictures with him every now and then, so you've seen how that's going.
Yeah, that's coming along really nice.
Wow. Well, this is a lot to take in. This is incredible. Wow.
All right. How many years of all of this are we looking at right now? Like, this is, what was the starting point?
1983.
Holy crap. Okay. So this is stuff, we have stuff dated back maybe that far.
I was 5 years old.
All right. Well, can you give us like a little, I feel like we almost need a walkthrough because it's overwhelming. There's so much stuff in here, and I just walked through this little section.
We're gonna get the rock star treatment, Flynn.
Sure.
Show us through this place, man. What's going on? I gotta tell you right now, if this doesn't get your blood boiling, then you better check your pulse.
This is awesome.
Look at
so
this.
It's just all marquees and
These are
signs.
it's just marquees. All right, we're gonna have to come back to this.
Is this working?
Let's just plug it in for you and we'll see what we got.
Okay, guys.
What's going on with this?
Okay.
Well, it's no
Robotron, Raiden, Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat.
Oh wow, so this is a Mortal Kombat 1 marquee in a Mortal Kombat 4 cabinet?
That's
Is that what it- Okay.
Look at all this stuff out here. This is incredible.
Flynn is nuts. Look at all this. Look at all
What's
these
going
CRTs.
on, Flynn? Where did all these come from?
Holy crap, man.
Pulled them out of games. They weren't working.
You pulled these all out of games, so they're not working ones, so they need minor repairs on all of them.
So the games weren't working, or the CRTs weren't working? Okay.
And there's like more CRTs back here, just so you know, Ralph.
Oh my gosh.
And game boards. This whole bucket right here is full of game boards.
So Flynn, really quick before we get to the Operation Wolf, are the game boards all tested, or are they kind of
they're
just
not.
pick what you want?
They're not tested.
Okay, all right. The thing that was so cool about this machine, the Dragon's Lair machine, I always loved that sort of like LED screen that was in the middle.
Digital readout.
Yeah, but it looks like
Alright.
did they actually board over it and it's still there, or do you think it's like completely gone?
I really don't know. I didn't explore
So
that.
maybe we'll take a look.
So if we
that's kinda
move that,
cool.
it might still be there.
It would be really cool if they just did that over it and like the LED screen's still there. That'd be kind of
So Flynn, where'd you get this thing from?
Yeah, what's the story on
Came
this?
from a friend of mine.
Well, that's pretty cool in there.
That's awesome, but there's more, right?
a lot of cool stuff in there, but
I've got more stuff.
All right,
all
let's see
right,
it.
where are we looking
There's
next?
a few items in this trailer here.
Hey, we got some coin machines over
Oh
here.
my gosh.
We got the flat screen central.
Back of the trailer here, we've got, this is like Flynn's Street Fighter section. It's actually all Street Fighter for the most part. You've got Street Fighter 2, so this would have been World Warrior, at least that's the cabinet, that's the marquee for World Warrior. And then there's Street Fighter Alpha 3, the Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition. Back there he's got Street Fighter 2 Turbo, so this is like Street Fighter heaven over here. Then back here, which you can't even see it, there's an X-Men versus Street Fighter, which that looks awesome. And then there's a Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition Hyper Fighting, which Hyper Fighting would have been like a kit, like an EEPROM kit that you put in a Champion Edition, and then the arcade owner would switch out the marquee. So this is really cool. I got my eye on this section, like this section. There's something is happening in this section today, regardless. If you know, Flynn will work with me on the price, I think we're gonna have something going on here.
Wow, so a ton of Street Fighter stuff in here.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, we're definitely gonna have to talk more about the
You
Street
might
Fighter
need.
stuff.
I see some stuff in here you might want.
Yep,
Okay,
absolutely.
so Flynn, what else do you have
This
that
has
you can
to
show
be
us?
it, right?
This is
This
it,
is
right?
it.
You
There's
don't have
nothing
anything
else.
else?
There's a few more around the corner here.
Of course. All right, so,
All right.
all right, show us that. Of course, there's more.
Let's take a look.
I feel like I'm in an arcade playground here.
This
It's
is
awesome.
crazy. This is incredible. All right, let's keep looking. So I just found the honey hole of marquees right here. Check this out. We've got Trojan. We've got Golden Tee. We've got more Golden Tee. Donkey Kong, Mario Brothers, Final Fight. And keep in mind, these are on the plexi, so these aren't just the prints. Some of them are, like this NBA Jam one, which looks original to me. We've got, woo, Michael Jackson. This one's hard to find. We've got Defender. We've got NBA Showtime with NFL Blitz. We've got a whole bunch, look at this. Eat my shorts, man. We've got The Simpsons. Man, this is a whole bunch of stuff. This is on glass. We've got Rampage on glass. I'm gonna be careful with that one. In fact, I'm gonna put this one back in because it's glass. I don't wanna break that one, but I can't help but notice this Operation Wolf. I mean, there's just a ridiculous amount of marquees in here, so we're gonna have to talk to Flynn and see what he wants to let these go for.
There's even more. So we just went through that pile, but there's more here. Like, what else is in here?
Yeah, there's more. There's a whole bunch more. So we've got, I don't know, let me get through some of these. So we've got Defender.
Oh, nice.
We've got Top Gunner. We've got, oh my goodness.
Dude, there's just so many.
Look at, there's like at least 40 or 50
We're gonna
gold
need to.
tees.
We're gonna need to find.
Look at this one. There's a Pit Fighter.
Oh, nice. So, dude, we're gonna need to just find the ones we want.
Look at that.
because,
There's
like,
a Junior Pac-Man on glass.
nice.
I can go further in here. Look at this.
Yeah, let's
There's
see a little bit more.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
Oh yes, a Mortal Kombat. Nice.
Mortal Kombat. It's a little bit chopped, so he might come down on the price on that.
Hey, I saw Neo Geo there.
Yeah, that's a Neo Geo right
Can
there.
I see that? Because I've been looking for. Oh, it's a single slot Neo Geo.
Single
that's
slot
cool.
Neo Geo, but look at this too. There's a centipede on glass.
Nice.
There's a Robotron. There's more in here. Look at that. There's a Joust.
Killer.
These are all original Marquees too. These aren't like reproductions. Look at that.
Oh, shut up.
It's a tapper.
Oh, dude.
This is beautiful. So it's like, this is like the honey hole of Marquees.
Yeah.
If I've ever seen them.
All right,
like,
well, let's
look at that.
pick some out, dude. We got to pick some of these out.
All right, hold on, Ralph. Look at this. I just found another honey hole of Marquees right here. I don't know what the deal is with this, but I feel like somebody would want this. It's broken right here, but somebody might want this hanging in their game room. This thing is bad.
I mean, it's a cool marquee. That's huge. Of course. Oh, it's a maximum force. Nice, dude. It is. So I have a Neo Geo MVS at home. These are actually starting to go for a little bit more money now because they're getting a little bit more rare. There's a couple of companies that come out with these China multi-carts, but I don't necessarily collect these, but there are a lot of people looking for these. So I'm gonna see what he's got here because I definitely want to get maybe a couple of these too. Oh look, Puzzle Bobble. Puzzle Bobble's a great game. There's a Bust a Move. All right, we got some King of Fighters, another Bust a Move. So there's a bunch of carts there. So I'm gonna sift through these and see if I can find. So far we got this Mortal Kombat 2 manual for 20 bucks, and I'm gonna go through and see if I can find more Street Fighter stuff in here, and then I'll see what they'll do on that.
So I do like these, but I don't have the cabinet. These Marvel superheroes. I feel like this thing's, it's cool because I do the superhero business, but it's pretty roached out. $5.
10 bucks.
I like this thing too. The only thing is that it's ripped right there and it's folded right here. So there's a little bit of damage. I'm at $5 on this one.
10 bucks.
So you were at 10 on this?
Yes, sir.
So this thing's basically barely hanging on, but I think I can hang it in my game room. All right, so you got that California Speed back there,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yeah.
Tell me where you got that thing from again. All right, and then there's no game board in this, no monitor. It's just the shell of a unit. So you know, we want to come here. We appreciate you bringing us in. We want to make some money on some of this stuff. We want to fix it up and flip it. I don't need the control panel. I feel like I want to turn this into a Batman. I'm gonna have to put a PC in it. I'm gonna have to put a flat screen in it, an amp, some speakers, some artwork, probably a seat with some Batman ears right here, some neon lights. So I'm gonna be into it a few $100. What would you let it go for?
200 bucks.
200 bucks.
Yes, sir.
All right, how about 100 bucks? How about 125?
How about 175?
175, so you're at 175. That's your lowest? 150, come on, that's in the middle. All right, 175, I'll take it. 175, thank you, brother. I'll put it to good use. So you're at 20 a piece on these.
Yeah.
Would you do 30 for both?
Would you do 100 for both the Capcom CPS-2A board and the Final Fight Marquee? All right, I'll do 110. Flynn, what would you do for the Virtua Fighter Marquee? It's glass here. Can you do 25 bucks?
Sure, I'll do that.
All right, 25 bucks. Deal. So earlier, we were trying to negotiate a deal for the Street Fighter 2 in there, the World Warrior. There's a couple things. The control panel artwork was a little bit janky. We did dig out of Flynn's garage. We actually found a Street Fighter 2 World Warrior with the World Warrior artwork. Only probably has a little bit of some issues here. It was welded back on, but I mean, I can let that go. But anyway, so we know we have a good working control panel. So let's go back inside because I discovered another issue. Flynn's in the garage trying to see if he can figure out a solution for it, but what happened is I went in and decided I would, obviously play the game. So all these are obviously wired for, for coins. So if you listen here, just like anyone that knows this game will know there's something wrong immediately when I press play. Not yet. So you're gonna notice like the plane's gonna fly. There's no plane noise. And then if you really listen closely during the gameplay, it's not playing certain character noises. Like round 1 fight isn't working. If I'm on the left side, I have no sound at all. I think if I move to the right side, it will. So it's an issue with one of the memory chips on it. So like there's no character noises at all. So we talked to Flynn. He's gonna see if he has another World Warrior board, and if he does, I think we're gonna try to negotiate. Negotiate a deal on this because I do still want this, and maybe I can get him to throw in the artwork for the bezel. So Flynn says he found a board, so let's see. We got a working World Warrior. This really legitimately is Flynn's arcade. There's like everything here. All right, that sounds good. Yeah, there we go. I can hear the plane sounds, and then let's see like when. Yeah. So the other machine, all the sounds weren't coming from either character. Yeah. So we're good. So we're getting sounds from both. So, all right. So we're ready to like work this deal out. As long as you're cool with swapping this board out. Well, I'll swap the board out if you want, but.
Okay.
All right. Let's go figure it out. Let's go back into the trailer and figure it out. What I would like to propose, if you're good with it.
It's so loud.
What I would like to propose is we swap these control panels. If you can come down $50 on the cabinet price, we'll swap these control panels. I'll give you this one back, and then we could call it a deal at $600.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Yeah, all right.
I can do that.
Nice, awesome. And then so we're good. So we'll be hauling this guy out of here.
All right, so we're back in here by the Dragon's Lair Choplifter Convert. Now tell me again, you bought this thing and it was already like this, right?
I did. Somebody previously converted the Dragon's Lair to Choplifter.
So it was like back in the day, it was like, hey, let's not buy a new cabinet. Let's just throw another game board in it and throw a Choplifter on it.
Right.
But it looks like most of it's here. The only thing that's different is this marquee, the artwork, the sticker. The bottom's a little bit rotted out, which can be bonded in and fixed. So you said you're at $4 on this.
All right, I know this doesn't look that impressive right now as a Choplifter, but this is an original Dragon's Lair cabinet. We have to get this one. This is Dragon's Lair, the game that generated over $34 million of revenue. We got to return it back to its glory. If we can get this at a good price, it's going to be totally worth it.
$300.
I'd do 350 in that scenario.
350.
Yes.
So you're coming down. So you're putting $50 value on the CRT. Okay. So.
And I'll let you keep the nice door with the Cinematronics decal on it.
The Cinematronics decal.
Is it actually on there still?
It is.
Oh, that's actually cool. Sorry.
Okay. So you're at 350 on this.
Yes.
Keep the CRT.
Yes.
All right, man. I'm popping on this
Oh,
one.
deal with it?
I'm popping on
Nice.
this one.
All right. All right, so I found a couple more marquees I'm interested in. There's WWF WrestleFest, Rampage, Defender. We're gonna try to get this Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. We'll see. And Robotron 2084. $30. All right, Corey, what was that? You added that up.
So we got 50 with these two. Then we got 45, so that's 95. Then we're at 40 right here, right? So that's 105, 115, 125, 135. And then what was this one?
25.
So we're at $160.
$160.
Yep. I think people want to
I
hang
think
them on
they're
their
cool.
game.
I think they're cool collectibles. I don't know that a lot of people have these cabinets laying around. I get where he's coming from on the Rampage, because the Rampage, that artist who did the Rampage stuff, he's pretty well known, but it is pretty beat up.
I mean, out of all of these, I think I would be ready to pop with you on the Moonwalker one.
Sure.
What,
that's fine.
65 for WrestleFest, Rampage, and Moonwalker?
Oh, you want Rampage too?
I would like Rampage.
Rampage was 45. Can you give us a deal if we bundle them all together? Cheaper than your full-blown retail on
Yeah.
them. I mean, we bought a bunch of stuff.
Go ahead. 150 for all.
How about 140 so we feel like we're getting a deal? If you do the X-Men one, then we'll do it. I want the X-Men
So 150, and you want the Children of the Atom one?
Children of the Atom with it, and then we'll do 150.
That's fine. The one you picked
All right,
out
150.
earlier.
That's cool.
The one you picked out earlier.
All right, all right.
Okay.
Now I hope you have a $10 bill, my friend, because I got
I'm
140.
gonna go get it. Really appreciate you letting us come out and pick through everything, giving us rock star treatment. Thank you very much. Anytime we come back in town, we'd love to come see you again.
Okay.
All right,
sounds
thanks,
good.
Flynn. Appreciate it,
Thank you
buddy.
so much.
All right.
Thank you guys.
All right,
All
I
right.
guess that's a wrap. We gotta load the rest of the stuff and we're out of here, right?
Yep.
All right,
Yep. Let's
do
do
it.
it. All right, man, we did good.
But it's just crazy to think like how much stuff how much stuff you think we even went through?
Probably only about a third of what he had.
I know there was PCBs everywhere, there was artwork everywhere, there was, you know, machines, parts, everything. There was just so much stuff. I just we have to go back. I think we have to go back.
Yeah, and a lot of that stuff he kind of wanted top dollar for. I mean, some of the stuff
We kind of knew that going in though.
We had to haggle him down a little bit on some of it, but you know, it's nice that we'll have all this stuff, so if people want to buy it, it's available, and you know, hopefully we'll get these cabinets fixed up and get them in someone's game room.
Yeah, for sure. I think I overpaid to your point on the Street Fighter, but I love Street Fighter, and they bit the bullet on that one. I just had to do it.
Yeah, I mean, if there was a Superman cabinet in there, it's hard to tell what I would have paid for it. Or like a Batman cabinet,
Yeah.
I probably would have ponied up on that, but I think we got some good stuff, so get this stuff home, get it cleaned up, get everything laid out, and figure out where we're gonna go picking next.
I know. All right.
All right, man. Well, great job. What do you say? Let's go get some grub.
Let's get some food.
hungry.
I'm so hungry, man.
Starving. All right, let's do it.